Shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had hopes. Had to have hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling. Know it's gonna be there, one in a million. Always had hopes. Mama said, fulfill the prophecy, be something great. Go make a legacy, manifest destiny. Back in the days we wanted everything. Mama said, burn your biographies, rewrite your history. Light up your wildest dreams. Music.
Hey everybody, this is our January episode on What's Up CN. Here's the Sports Corner.
So for our Sports Corner, I'm here with Bridget Gray. She is a starter on the girls basketball team. So our first question is, what would be the hardest competition you have or will have had?
I think probably Oak Hill. Like, I know that going into all of this, we're going to probably face them at some point if we get far into the tournament. So
I also know that West Noble was pretty hard that game a while ago.
Yeah. And like this week in the conference tournament, they're definitely somebody, if we have to face them, that we're going to have to look out for.
What is it like being the best 2A school in the state? Do you get cocky? Is there a lot of pressure? What is that like?
It's cool, especially like being voted that more than once, like on the polls. I feel like we don't get cocky about it because we know that everyone's going to give us their best shot, so like we know we have to fight for it no matter what. Not because we did it once, we have to prove ourselves again.
So, do you think you have a chance at state again from last year?
I think that if we do what we did last year and just play as hard as we can and keep working hard in practice, then yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
So I'm in the Sports Corner, and my name's Gil Hageman. I'm in the Sports Corner with Kylie Zungball from our cheerleading team. And we have 4 questions to ask you about you. So, what do you do in the meantime if you're not at the games and the toonies?
We do a lot of practice, and we actually do a lot of team bonding, and it's really fun. We get to know each other really well.
So, do you get along with your teammates?
Well, that's probably the biggest struggle with cheerleading is getting along with everybody, but in the most part, yeah, we do. We get along really well.
While you aren't cheering at the games, what do you do in the meantime?
I like to run and do other activities and hang out with friends and things like that.
If you know how long your coach has been coaching, can you tell us?
Yeah, she's been coaching for 1 year. This is her first year with us this year.
Is it fun to have her?
We really like her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Jacob, what is your record?
Well, last year, about halfway through my sophomore year of wrestling, I got hurt at an event we called Team State, and at the time I was 15-5, 15-6, maybe somewhere around there. And now I had to sit out this whole year because I'm injured, so I'm 0-0. So yeah, that's about it for the record.
So, what is your process for staying in your weight class?
So, staying in my weight class, last year I wrestled 145, and this year I would have wrestled 152, which are the weight classes. And usually, for me, like at the beginning of the year, you come in, you're pretty much overweight for most people. Sometimes you're under, but most guys are overweight, so we usually just try and sweat that out and everything at the beginning of the season when there's no meets really, and kind of eat a little bit less than usual. But then once we start getting into the meets and everything, then we really like cut down everything on what we eat and whatnot. But like for me, at the beginning of the week, I'll try and cut pretty heavy and try and be under by a decent amount, and then like Friday or something, I eat a little bit better than the rest of the week, so because I'm under and can have that little gap, I'd say, to eat and everything. And then some guys, they just go and like just sweat it out hardcore, and some guys just don't eat the whole week and just fast. So that's what I do usually.
Do you think there's a chance for any people on your team this year to go to state?
Oh yeah, we have a really solid amount this year. Probably, I'd say 4th and maybe 5, maybe even 6. We have a really solid group going, easy, and then probably even the other events that we have. So, yeah.
Dollar Card is ready for Wednesdays during Cougar U. Have your money ready for when we open.
Some things are at $1 and there's even a 50-cent bin. Okay, let's go to Cougars on the Prowl.
We're here with Cole Lake today, We're going to ask him a few questions. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Yes, I do, Evan. I am going to try to be more fit this year, and I'm going to try to run once a week.
Cool. Now we're going to ask you a few trivia questions. How long have they done the ball drop?
I'm pretty sure the ball drop has been going on since 1909.
Today we're with Lily Phillips and we're going to ask her a question. What is your New Year's resolution for this year?
My New Year's resolution is to finish reading the Percy Jackson series.
Now on to trivia questions. What do Southerns eat for New Year's?
I don't know.
They eat black-eyed peas.
That was great learning all about people's New Year's resolutions.
We'll be back after this break.
Remember, we have a e-learning day on February 18th.
It needs to be done by February 23rd at 11:59.
Welcome, Faith and Jonah, and we're going to ask you guys 5 questions about 4-H today.
Okay.
Have you ever had a project qualify for state fair?
I've had one project that actually qualified for state fair, and sadly it was a frozen one, and by the time we got down to state fair, it was kind of unfrozen.
I've had a project qualify for state fair for every year in my 4-H because I've had my consumer clothing has qualified for the past 2 years.
And then what projects do you do in 4-H?
I do too many projects to remember, but my main projects that I usually focus on are dairy, dairy feeder steers, dairy steers, which are all the animals, and then like some of the actual projects I do are model rocketry, aerospace, and shooting sports are some of my main ones.
Mine, I do dairy feeder steers and dairy steers, same as Jonah. And then I do consumer clothing, arts and crafts, and do your own thing.
How old were you guys when you guys started 4-H?
I was in first grade for my first year of mini 4-H, so.
I was in first grade too, because I mean that's the earliest you can start your 4-H career.
What is the coolest award you guys won in 4-H?
For me, my coolest award was last year for dairy showmanship. I won the intermediate class of dairy showmanship, so I went on to the premiere and got 3rd place in premiere, so that was really fun and exciting.
The coolest award I got was also last year in dairy, where I won the Supreme Champion Dairy Cow while also having multiple other honors in the dairy show.
How many shows do you guys go to in a year?
I usually just go to, the past couple of years I've just gone to county fair, but this year I'm going to a couple open shows before the fair, and then to state fair as well as the county fair.
Usually we go to like 3 shows a year, including county fair, which includes 2 open shows before and then the county fair.
Thanks. Okay, so I'm here with Delilah Geiger and Audrey Brumbaugh, and we're going to ask them 5 questions about 4-H. Have you ever had a project qualify for state fair?
Yeah, my sewing and my foods normally go.
Yes, I take my dairy steers.
Okay. What projects do you guys do in 4-H?
I show boar goats and I do sewing and foods.
I do food, beef cattle, pigs, and feeder calves.
How old were you guys when you guys first started 4-H?
Like 7 or 8ish.
9 or 10.
What was the coolest award you guys got?
When I won my county fair 2 years in a row.
That's probably winning state fair.
How many shows do you guys go to in a year?
Maybe 7 or 8, depends on the year.
Yeah, I don't really know. Probably like 10.
Hey, did you know What's Up CN is bringing back Santagrams as Valentine's? You can buy some from a What's Up CN member for 50 cents a piece.
What's Up CN members will be selling during Cougar U. You can pick up one at the start of February.
Which
to know a cougar, we will be picking someone to be interviewed in our next episode.
So this is our binder of everybody, grades 6 through 12, and let's. We will be interviewing Ridley Zolman.
Congratulations. We'll see you next time on What's Up CN. Thanks
Peace.
for watching.
Peace out, everybody!
We wanted everything, wanted everything. Mama said, burn your biographies, rewrite your history, light up your wildest dreams, museum victories. Every day we wanted everything, wanted everything. Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see